What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo, and in today's video we are checking out the new single from Halsey. This is Lucky. I'm super excited to check this out. Before we do, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I actually checked out a lot of Halsey content, including If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power, as a full uncut album reaction over on Patreon. So if you guys are interested in seeing any of the Halsey content that I've done before, you guys can check out YouTube and of course those Patreon versions. But all of that supports me, so appreciate y'all. But with all that out of the way, I'm super stoked to dive into this. I know Halsey's kind of been through a lot. I don't know like the specifics of everything, but like I've just seen that Halsey has been through it. So I don't know if that's going to play a role into this, but knowing the past catalog, I would say it would. Okay, let's do it. Love the like 2000s font. That's making such a big comeback.
Everybody get in line and meet the girl who flew too high. Does it all just to be liked by strangers that she met online. Did it all to be included. My self-loathing so deep-rooted in a child's unrecruited. Truth is I'm not suited for it.
Ooh, I love that lyricism right there, because it's kind of just pointing out that moment. I feel like becoming a preteen and becoming a teenager is such a weird time in life, and anyone who has gone through that, I'm sure a lot of you have, right? Going through that, it's such a weird time, and you feel like you give up a lot of yourself. I heard one line there that said like, you know, doing these things that you do online just to get the attention from strangers that you only know online, and seeking their approval. And it is crazy how much that matters to us when we're really young, and it can really like pull over into the modern age. I can't even imagine what it would be like growing up like I did, but having technology at a younger age. It would have been really hard.
I won't have time to spend my money, but I hope that you stay with me. I'm so lucky.
Oh yeah.
I'm a star, but I cry in my lonely heart, thinking if there's nothing missing in my life, then why do these tears come at night?
I am so glad that Halsey did this. I think it's so cool, because even from the very beginning of this video, I could see that early 2000s feel. And I think like what Lucky by Britney Spears probably came out like 2001, 2000, something around those times. So like it's been like a decent amount of time in between. And I love to hear that sampled, because I feel like this is how we make sure the generations never forget. Not saying that anybody's ever going to forget Britney, come on. But I'm saying like this is how we do that. It's just like in modern day hip hop, we get samples from like soul records from like super long ago, like golden era records, and they come back to life whenever, you know, hip hop artists bring them back to life in like production and instrumentals. So I love to hear Halsey do this. Also knowing that Halsey is just like a pop nerd anyways is incredible. So you know this was awesome for her to get to do.
She losing so much weight. I heard it's from the drugs she ate, and I feel her, but I can't relate, cause I never end up in that state. A girl like that is a mother, must be tough. Problem child, I was rough, but what do you do?
Oh wait, I kind of love this, because this is giving me like a little bit of a Pink vibe. I think part of it is, you know, getting to grow up in that era and see all of the beauty that was at that time. I feel like pop music was just in a different space. It's so weird to go back and revisit those records, because they're so good, but it just sounds so different. But this is just making me so nostalgic. Oh, hell yeah. This is just nostalgia 24/7 right now. Wait, this is kind of okay. So there's a lot to pay attention to, and I know I'm being so annoying, but if I don't talk about it when I see it, I'll forget. Okay, I have ADHD. There's like it's showing like this, what I'm imagining is like young Halsey, and I'm assuming this is more like a father figure, like a dad or whatever, maybe. And then like I'm pretty sure this is also Halsey, but with a like a boyfriend or husband or something, and like it's just kind of, I think, showing, at least for whatever Halsey was growing up as, whatever the situation was, you can tell that it has actually poured over into adult life. It's almost like, and I think this is true, anybody who's been through therapy can kind of realize that like the things we go through when we're young, we tend to almost like make them a reoccurring thing unless we can, you know, find a way to fix the pattern. But I think Halsey does a really great job representing that right here.
Because I wanted to, and then I did it one more time because I got sick. And I thought I'd changed so much, nobody will notice shit, and no one did. Then I left the doctor's office for the tears.
Wait, you can, I mean, I hate that I'm so annoying, but come on.
Doctor's office for the tears.
You just see the sadness.
Single mom at my premiere, and I told everybody I was fine for a whole damn year, and that's the biggest lie of my career.
Dude, I can't even imagine what it's like to be in a position where you're so famous that you almost have to pretend at that point, because it's almost as if there's this pressure to keep people knowing that you're okay, or to like, you know, please. And I'm not saying that, you know, she would have hid those things to please people, but it's almost like you don't want other people to worry about you. Maybe you don't want the sympathy, or maybe you feel like shame about it. I mean, we do live in a society where like, you know, people will shame you for just about anything. And I feel like there's a lot that goes into like coming out with those things. And, you know, I even like what Halsey was saying, where it's like, you know, I shaved my head, you know, a bunch of times, like you're just kind of going through a lot of things in my life, but then I had to do it again because I got sick. So then like reality hit me, and like everything started to change, and you can actually see the emotion of Halsey in this. It's so incredible. Like I have goosebumps right now, just so you know. Like I am absolutely connected to this shit.
I'm so lucky, I'm a star, but I cry in my lonely heart, thinking if there's nothing missing in my life, then why do these tears come at night? I'm so lucky, I'm a star, but I cry in my lonely heart, thinking if there's nothing missing in my life,
Why does this hurt?
why do these tears come at night?
Oh man, I feel like
Haven't you heard?
wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, were we not supposed to know the whole time that that was Halsey? It was kind of giving those vibes to me the whole time. I don't know why. Probably because it just seemed like it was very introspective to me, like, and retrospective at the same time, because obviously she's looking back to the past. There were too many flashbacks to a back and forth thing that was a little bit too specific to make me not think that it was both, that she was her the whole time. But anyways, I love this because a lot of things. The emotion really hits at the end, because that swing set, I feel like for me, I have this like, I don't know why. Maybe it's just something I hold on to from being a kid. I hung out by myself a lot, and I love a swing set. Like I still to this day, there is no more free of a feeling than being on a swing set. I don't care. I don't care if I'm 60 years old, right? So like that hit me on a different level, because I feel like at the age that I'm at, and though Halsey and I live very different lives, we're both humans still. And I think that what Halsey represents here isn't so much the fame and all those things, although that is a very important piece to this, but it's almost that childhood innocence. It's almost that thing where like all that hope that you had, all those things that you wanted, those things that you dreamt of, you finally got them. But now you're looking back at your younger self and you're like, almost, I wish you could know what this is really like. So it's not that you're not appreciative of it. It's not that you're not thankful for it. And I feel like oftentimes too many people look at when a celebrity, when someone famous is going through something hard, the first thing you hear people see, and I don't know that that'll ever change, is always, oh, what can be so bad? They're famous. Oh, they're rich. They'll be fine. But like, I think people forget that like at base human level, money didn't exist, right? And like fame didn't exist. Like we were just people. And like those human qualities follow you no matter what situation you're put into. And I feel like, at least for myself, as I get older, I do look back sometimes at being a kid and it's almost like I wish I could go back and be like, dude, enjoy these days. Fuck the bullies. Fuck anything else that's going on in your life that could take any of your peace away as you're growing up right now, because you're never going to get this back. You're going to wish for where you're sitting. And it's so funny. I will show it one day, but I just went through my baby stuff and I like found something from like 3rd grade and it was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said a pro skateboarder, or I want to entertain people. And like, that's fucking crazy because like, I don't remember ever doing those things, but it's almost like I just wish I could go back sometimes and like talk to that person. And it kind of felt like that's what Halsey was doing on that swing set, was kind of like on that swing set, just like reminiscing on that person and that happiness and how all that had kind of been taken. And one thing that I kind of like noticed at the end is that big smile that happens. To me, that is the most, I would say like for this song, that is the end of that build up right there, right? Because you see all that emotion, but then it's this super huge over the top fake smile, which is just showing that there's all that pain there. So all that leads me to know is that whatever album is going to follow this single is going to be very powerful. I feel like we're going to get a lot going through Halsey's life, especially with the things that have been presented to Halsey in the last few years. And while I don't know the specifics, I'm kind of glad that I don't know the specifics yet, because I kind of want to check out the album and see if I can just pick up on these things, but I'm probably going to read about it anyway. So that's probably what's going to happen, but I'm really excited to be checking this out. Halsey sounds amazing in this. I love, having this like sample interpolation type thing coming from Britney Spears in that early 2000s. I also love the nostalgia because not only like, mind you, there were a couple things happening here, right? Because I felt like Halsey was young, but looking up to other pop stars that were like big at that time. And we saw all those things happen. You would have like Halsey, but then you'd also have like, her looking at all these 2000s pop stars. And I feel like that was also showing that she was looking up to these people. And then this is what she became. But you know what I mean? So I feel like there's a lot of a full circle moment kind of happening here. And I think that Halsey sounds so incredible over it. It's a very emotionally like driven song. And I think like with the sample, with everything else, it's honestly a great, perfect package for a new single, especially with this much emotion. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, check out my Patreon. First link in the description. I have some cool Halsey content over there. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.